Hello.
Hi.
We had to try that a couple of times.
Well, I guess we could have just used Movie Maker again.
We could.
Have the right camera.
Yeah. No, that's fine. It's working out.
Okay, hi. Haven't seen each other in a couple weeks. Don't forget to remind me your bag's at the front door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
I left one of my projects here last time.
Mm-hmm. So, how are you?
Good. You gonna do the intro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins. Just trying to put her on the spot.
So you're all just sitting here going, what the heck am I watching?
Us knitting.
Yeah, well.
Today we are June 10th, 2017. This is episode 205, and I've already named the episode.
Okay then.
Yeah. So, my name is Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7. I'd like to welcome new and returning viewers.
I'm Lynn, also known as Tollbaby. I guess it's my turn.
Tollbaby.
Also known as Tollbaby. Yeah, I've been doing that for the last 2 days. Like, my words are all kind of running together. It was really weird last night. I said something and Rob was like, what? And I'm like, okay, that was 3 separate words. I'm sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Because I had just gone, bleh. Not having a great week, but there we go. It'll get better.
Mm-hmm.
On the last day of the week. So, you can find us on Ravelry, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, individually, and for the podcast. We all have Etsy shops, and our blog is at twotangledskeins.com.
Mm-hmm. So, happy World White Knit in Public Day. I haven't knit in public yet.
Not so happy, because my little geek heart is broken.
Oh.
Adam West died.
And here I'm going to my husband, who's that? Yeah, he shook his head too. But when he said when he explained it, I knew who he was. Just didn't know his name.
Uh-huh.
Batman.
Among others. But yes, mostly Batman. Best known for Batman.
Mm-hmm.
He was here at Comic-Con 2 years ago?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't go that year.
I only know because my geeky friends tell me.
Our Comic-Con is stupid expensive, so I don't go. It's like $25 a day. $60 for the whole weekend. It's
Wow.
crazy. Plus you have to pay for parking. Plus everything you want to do inside costs money. So I don't understand. Maybe I'm just not an affluent enough geek to be able to appreciate this. But well, yeah, I don't understand going to Comic-Con and it having to be something you have to save up for.
Well, it's like the beer fest this weekend. You pay to get in, and then you got to pay for everything. And I just said to Sean, "There's dessert fest on. I'd like to go." He's like, "No, it's probably pay to get in and then pay everything." I was like,
oh. Ask Holly and Selma. They went last night.
Yeah, I saw the picture, and I'm like, "Wait, did they go together?"
No, I think they just ran into each other there because Holly went with another friend.
Because I'm like, "Wait, why is Selma?" I wasn't
sorry.
invited.
These are local friends. Well, you guys know Selma, but Holly is a local friend.
Mm-hmm. So anyhow, knitting.
Yeah.
I have an FO, but it's not here, so I will post a picture because I made another Egg to Owl by Susan B. Anderson, the reversible toy, and it's been gifted already. So, and apparently I've gifted 2, and they both tend to be used more as a football. So, that was my only FO. So you'll see a picture of it.
And it was done out of TLC
Essential
Solid in teal and yellow. And you forgot the red yarn. It was Red Heart Super Saver or something like that.
Something.
No,
yeah,
it was
no.
something in red, and she forgot to put it.
Sorry.
Safety eyes from Knit Picks on size 3mm US 5 needles.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All that info that they might want.
All that stuff we normally say.
I just came from a car dealership, so.
And I am now ready to Kitchener.
Can you do that? Like, oh, holy crap. Oh, that's what I forgot to print. That pattern. We're both working on it.
It's okay.
So
I'm not actually using the pattern, so.
Okay. So anyhow.
She does have whips, though.
I do. I am working on an Afterthought Everything sock by Erica Kemp Broughton. And this is out of the Nomadic yarns that Lynn got me for. I thought there was something else in the name that Lynn got me for my birthday, and I had to go out and find some. It's the Get Lucky colorway, and it's on her twisty sock base, and that's her card. I had to go and find some black yarn. I ended up just using
Patton's Croy.
Patton's Croy. And I did a new type of cast on because I don't normally do cuff down. I don't exactly remember the name, but I'll put the link in the show notes because you see how it's pulling in, and when you stretch it, it goes as wide as the actual sock.
See, my regular knitted cast on does that.
No.
Because this is my knitted cast on, and it stretches pretty wide.
But I never knit cuff down.
And this is the super wait, which is which? This is the super stretchy bind off. This is my cast on. So the bind off does it. And so does my knitted cast on.
Yeah, I don't.
You are a tighter knitter.
I am. The other thing I'm knitting on, and I'm just about to separate for the sleeves, but I'm going to need to try it on soon, is my So Faded by Andrea Mowry, Drea Renee Knits. Sorry, it's all tangled.
Did you see Mandy finished hers?
Yeah. So...
Overachiever.
Sleeves are on the side, but you can't really tell. So.
I haven't called anybody that in a long time.
So that's what it looks like. You can see that the brown and green... Whoops, it's upside down. Shh. There. You can see that the brown and the green fades in really nicely.
It does.
And then I've gotten about an inch done of the green, but this is my stitch marker from last time, so I'm considering that's quite a bit of knitting. So I have to try it on. Do I do that before or after I do the sleeves?
Why are you asking me? I don't knit sweaters.
I don't know. The reason I need to try it on, actually Selma, the reason I need to try it on is because my Marco Polo, I washed it in the washing machine and dried it in the washing machine. Everywhere else, except for here, it fits perfectly. I have 2 inches of extra fabric. And the only way to fix it, and it won't be perfect, apparently is to undo the button band. So I want to wear the sucker. Button band's getting undone. And I'll have to pull in as much as I can. But anyways, this is knit on,
I'm done.
This is knit out of 3 Irish Girls, Glenhaven Cashmere Fingering in the Fresh Earth colorway. So that's, the top one. And the green is Sun Valley Fibers in the Forest colorway, and it's on 3.75 millimeters, which is a US 5. And the last thing that I knit on, and I just started the border, is the Atman shawl. And yes, I did not finish it in time, but the designer was okay with that because I was in a car accident in between. So this is the Atman shawl by Shannon Cook. And it is being knit out of the gray is Knit Picks Swish DK, the blue is Blad Dye Works, and the kind of what looks white but it's more of a silver is Woolly Wonka. And the it just has silk in it, so it's 4.5 millimeters, which is a US 7. This sucker is gonna be big once it's blocked. I just started the border, so unfortunately I can't spread the whole thing out. He's gonna be squishy, and that's all I'm knitting on.
Okay, then I won't start what I'm doing.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Better to know now than when I was 2 stitches in. I started a new project. Well, not really. It's an old project that you guys remember this thing?
I gave her a look when I saw it, and I was like, what?
I don't know if you guys will remember this, but I had a strip of the blanket that did not get sewn onto the finished thing because she got married too fast. Or I crocheted too slow. One of the two.
I don't know. The date was always set.
Shush. And it was my birthday too, so I had no excuse.
No.
I had one strip of 12 hexagons that had not made it into the finished blanket. And so it's been sitting around my house for the longest time. And my cousin is now expecting a baby. So I took it apart, and I'm making a little baby blanket out of it.
It's like a car seat blanket, right?
Yeah, it'll be a little, like it's not going to be huge, obviously. It's just going to be enough to...
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that she would really appreciate having a matchy-matchy little baby blanket to go with her.
I think it's going to be awesome.
Big blanket.
And when the child gets older, they'll be like, mine matches yours, because that's going to be...
Well, this is going to be the perfect kind of blanket for the kid to like grab onto and wander around the house.
Acrylic, washable.
Exactly. And it's small enough that, you know, by the time they're walking, they can drag it around without tripping on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically the thought process. So I've been reconnecting the strips. I broke it up into strips of 3, and I've been crocheting them together the way I did with the big blankets. So this is the Ruby Hexagon blanket. Okay, there it is.
Sorry.
No, it's because I called it something else and then
Right.
put the pattern, so I was looking in the wrong place. By Nova Seals, out of Knit Picks Brava Worsted, in Freesia, Marina, Tranquil, and Dove Heather on a 4mm hook, which is a G. So the Dove Heather obviously is the gray, the Freesia is the purple, the Marina is the darker of the teals, and the Tranquil is the lighter turquoise. So I've been, I started putting it together yesterday? Thursday at the car dealership the garage that my car was being fixed at. So I just sat there. And it was kind of funny because as soon as I pulled it out, the guy behind the counter was like, "Oh, you're a knitter!" And I was like, "It's crochet, but okay." I wasn't going to say anything. And he goes, "My wife's a knitter!" And he launches into this whole long story about how she's making him a blanket, and it's Red Heart Super Saver, but the color that she's making it out of is no longer available in Canada, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we talked about knitting for like half an hour. And then another guy walked in, and he shut up. So I took the hint and went back to my crocheting.
This is not manly talk.
No, it was not manly talk in the dealership. It was so funny because the second the door opened, he was like, mid-sentence, just shut up.
I don't know you.
It was so funny. So anyway, that's the first working project, and it doesn't have a project bag because, quite frankly, I'm just crocheting some strips together. So I have one left. Ta-da! Which I'll do as soon as I'm done talking about the other ones. I have added the first after heel thought. I'm telling you, I cannot talk today. To be fair, I woke up. What time is it? I got up at 12:30. It's 2 o'clock now. So.
And I texted you at
10 something. You didn't text me.
Sorry.
If you had texted me, it would have woken me up.
So I messaged. I don't know what time it was. I messaged.
It was 10 something.
But we got back at 1:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Car shopping.
So, afterthought heel to my afterthought everything socks. I had planned on having these finished by now, but I lost my knitting mojo in a big way this week. It's been hot. And the air conditioner is not in yet at my house. It's a portable, so just the pipe goes to the window. But
it's not in yet.
Something has to be, Zach has to screw it onto the frame or something like that, and I haven't bothered to do it, and he hasn't come over, so I don't have any air conditioning. It's been hot.
Even in a basement apartment.
Even in a basement apartment, because it's been very humid, which is the problem we run into here. It's always very humid. I'm not a big fan of humidity, because generally I look like a poodle. If I leave my hair down, my hair goes... So, that's my afterthought heel. It's ready to Kitchener, which I'm not going to try and do on the podcast. So, I still have the other heel, which I'm going to do first. I'm going to do the heel first, and then I'll have the toes.
Why does that foot look too long to me?
I thought it looked too short. It is the length of my hand.
Huh. It must just be the way...
I thought it looked too short. I measured it like 7 times. It is the length of my hand. I have big feet.
And how do you measure the length, like, because this is the top, so...
Well, if you want a full-length sock, length of your hand.
From the top?
Yep. Almost there! I do shorty socks, so
I'm like, I'm just knitting and knitting and knitting.
I do my thumb knuckle, apparently. I literally just counted the rows, so... well, to be fair, I also don't measure... I think it was 12 rows for this and 15 for the foot, or for the leg. So I usually do a set number of rows so I can remember and reproduce it exactly on the other side, because I'm weird that way. But anyway, Sue already mentioned Afterthought Everything Socks by Erica Kempt Broughton. And mine are out of Juliana's Fiber Lucid Dream Sock in Luna. and I don't know what the orange is, or the corally, pinky, whatever.
It's like Regia or...
It's scritchy,
Troy
that's all I know. It's scritchy, and it's not very good quality yarn. So I honestly don't think it's Regia, because it's very splitty and like very loosely spun, so that as you knit with it, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
But is it going to be okay for your heel?
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, it's obviously not, I don't know, I wouldn't buy it if I came across it, because it's very scratchy. But I'm sure it'll be okay for heels and toes.
Scratchier than this? That's
Yes.
Croy.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. I have no idea what it is. It's a scrap that Dara gave me.
Okay.
I already wound into balls, so it was convenient. And it went well with the color, so. And I use 2.5mm needles, which is US 1.5. And the only other thing I've been working on, and I made a teensy bit of progress, because the last time you guys saw this thing, it was only 3 squares.
I want to make one, but I don't have enough acrylic.
Is my baby blanket. I've started row 6. It's going to be a square, so 9 by 9. So, sorry, there's row 6. I realized it was hiding behind. I've done 5 rows. I've started row 6. And it's already 9 rows across. So I have 3 more rows after this one to complete. And it'll be done. And then my goal is to get it done. Sorry, this way. There we go. Straight. My goal is to get it done before I see my cousin on the weekend of the 24th. Which is in 2 weeks.
If it's worsted, right?
Yes. So I did most of this in 1 week. Because I haven't really touched it this week. I added row 6 this week.
I almost have an inkling to go out and buy a whole bunch of cheap worsted yarn just so I can start.
Don't buy it. I bought very few of these balls. I bought this stuff. I bought this stuff. And that's why it's...
Yeah, but I don't want to take your acrylic.
Why it's First Flax. I bought this one. This was a fun bin at Knit Knackers. And I think that's all I actually purchased.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's going to be an attractive
and this
to
one
the
was
eye.
this one was dollar store yarn.
I think that... Oh, dollar store yarn.
Yeah.
That would be attractive for the baby. The sparkly?
Yeah. And it's a different texture too, because it's a lot softer than the other acrylics.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do some different, because this is, my mom had some, I think this is Patton's Canadiana. And then I had given her this, which was Knit Picks Brava. No, this is the Knit Picks Brava. That one's scritchy. This one isn't. But, I mean, all of this yarn was given to me, except for this. This lady gave me this huge garbage bag full of acrylic. I got a whole bunch of Red Heart Super Saver from Dara. None of this is stuff I bought.
And how many grams does it take for 1 square?
About 5.5. Because I did a smaller stitch count than I did for my scrappy blanket.
Okay.
So, I based it on the way I was doing the scrappy blanket, which is based on the Knitted Patchwork Recipe by Martina Ellis and the Cozy Memories blanket by Georgie
Hallam?
Nicholson. She's Nicholson now. She was Hallam before.
Right.
Or Hallam, or I don't know. And apparently she's Australian, so that's why that counted as my Australia project. But, so yeah, I'm just doing 15 stitches to a side. And doing my same, I'm not doing a double decrease down the middle. That's what Sarah and Mandy and all of them were doing. They do a double decrease down the middle, but I have a stitch marker down the middle, and I do a knit 2 together on one side and a stitch, slip knit on the other side. The other girls were all doing it, because the thing with the double decrease is it gives you a nice defined ridge up the middle. But
I think that ridge is still defined.
It's defined. It doesn't stick out. The other one sticks out.
Yeah.
And so if you want to really define, really
I like
obvious.
that one.
But I prefer this one because it's not defined. Mm-hmm. And I wanted the top to be a nice smooth top, because the back has all these crocheted lines in between the squares, because that's how I connect. Well, no. It looks like a knit stitch sitting on top of the fabric.
Yeah.
From the picked up stitches. So I wanted the top to be flat. So this one's going to be a floor blanket because it's very heavy acrylic and it's going to be a pretty substantial blanket, and nobody wants to put baby melter over the baby. So, at least not crappy baby melter like this. And it's not really bothering me that much to knit with it. I mean, it has torn my finger up again. But that's sort of a skin condition, so it's going to happen every time I knit with crappy acrylic. And it's pretty, so quite frankly, this spread on the floor, the baby will be fine. But yeah,
Pretty.
that's basically what I've been doing, and I've been using my size 7, what are they called? Marbles? Knitter's Pride marbles. Sorry, those plastic DPNs that Stephanie from Stitchcraft Marketing had sent me, and they're 4.5 millimeters, and I am loving them for this.
Yeah.
Even though the cheap acrylic squeaks like nobody's business against those plastic needles.
But it slides okay?
But the problem I was running into with the metal ones was that the yarn was slipping off. So this is gripping it enough that I can actually work on it without losing my... Because I was noticing that Kay from the Bakery Bears puts a stopper on the end of her DPN when she's doing mitered squares. And I don't do that. I'm too lazy. So this is how I keep stuff from slipping off the end, is I use plastic needles on plastic yarn.
But if they're nice to knit with.
Yeah, they are. They're really, really pointy, and I love them. They're fantastic. I can't wait to buy some more. So that's it. And I'm going to buy some fray check, because acrylic doesn't stay where you weave it in. So I'm going to buy some fray check. It's the back. It's never going to hurt anything, and it's not toxic. So
And once it's washed, it's...
I'm going to stick it on the ends and tamp them down, because a lot of them are sticking out. Have come out from where they were woven in. So
They don't listen.
yeah, fray check it is. And I'm hoping to get that finished in 2 weeks.
I think you'll be fine.
Which will be... Well, I'm going to have to do most of it this week.
Oh, right, because you're going away.
I'm going away, and I got a job. Next weekend I won't be here because I'm going to my friend Tanya's wedding in Ingersoll, and right after I get back, I start a new job.
Close to me.
Close. A block away. Well, a couple of blocks
Couple
away.
blocks. It's like a 5-minute walk.
Yeah, it's down the street.
Yep.
But I got a job, so yay. That's it.
Awesome. That's it?
I babbled forever for nothing.
It's okay.
Oh, and I forgot to mention my little sushis.
I didn't mention my bags, and I totally forgot. One of them I'm not going to show because it was its stash.
Mandy of Mandy Pinecone Crafts made me this adorable little sushi needle keeper. It's flannel. I love it. And it's got her signature pink on the inside.
My sweater is being held in my emerald fibers bag with the bee on it and the beautiful flowers on the inside. And my socks are being held in a bag I got way back when we started podcasting from Catherine at Zigzag Stitches. It's a little sock bag.
Hanging sock.
Did I even show it up close, my sock? I don't think so. So that's it. Yeah.
Whoops. Half my needles ended up outside the snaps.
So next, 2017 Travel the World by Design is going swimmingly. Lots and lots of nice things in there. Many posts daily in the FO thread. And the Brown Bag Sock Club is going well.
I feel bad because I'd had a project that I wanted to start for that, and I just haven't gotten around to it.
For the Travel the World? So did I. I had to finish the admin first.
Maybe I'll have to find myself a baby sweater so that I can get something in there. When does it go till?
End of June.
Oh, not a chance.
Well, I mean, if
not gonna happen.
If I finish this, what I want to knit is in bulky. But I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Sorry.
It's not your fault.
I know. I was empathizing, not claiming responsibility.
Okay. Darn car accident. And I want to talk about a new knit along that started on June 1st, and it is happening with the Actually Knitting podcast.
This is all news to me, by the way.
Sorry, I just put that in there today. I'm mentioning it because I'm late to the party, but I sent in a form with her to see if I could be a sponsor, so I can get some activity going in the shop, because it's not been very busy, so I've opened it back up. And, I didn't put the coupon code. Okay. I'll have to put the coupon code. So I'm offering a coupon code, and I'm offering some prizes, and I will link those into the show notes.
Squirrel.
Read this 'cause I can't read that far. So this is the 3rd year, and the Pal Cal is an annual knit or crochet along that encourages actually knitting listeners to show support for their favorite podcast by completing projects using the products of those talented podcasters. So you can be a designer, yarn fiber dyer, project,
Keep the paper out of the frame, lady.
bag maker,
We're so pro.
or underwater basket weaver. So it started
That was
on
meant to be a joke.
I know. So it started on June 1st. It ends on September 1st. So I will put all of the stuff in there.
Did you figure out your stash dash score for the egg, the owl to egg?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's in there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good girl. Because we're stash dashing this year.
Yes, which is I'm going to talk about next. Oh, got cut off. So Stash Dash. It
You
started.
didn't mention the sock, Cal. You just went right
I
over
said the
it.
brown bag sock cut thing is going well as well.
Oh, okay. That's all we got?
That's it.
All right. Go Penny.
Well, Selma just said it wasn't a great idea to mention how many finished objects each week. So
that's true.
But so the Stash Dash started on May 26th and it ends on August 20th at 11:59 p.m.
Which may seem arbitrary, but it's,
But it's
the
not.
dates that Laura isn't working.
And she runs it.
Because Laura is a school librarian,
Mm-hmm.
and so this is her summer break period is from those days, those dates, and that's why she does it that way, so she can get most of her knitting done while she's off work.
Yeah. And I mean, it includes, does it say on?
Knitting, spinning, crochet, tatting, loom knitting, machine knitting, and weaving.
Yeah. And there are several different categories. There is the 1K, 3K, 5K, 7K, 10K, and 15K. If I finish everything that I want to, I'll be over 5K. But I have not said how much I'm going to do because I don't want to.
Aiming for 5K.
Well, I was aiming for 3, which I probably will make, but we'll see. I'll put a link in the show notes, and you can pop on over there for the rules, the guidelines, and all the FO threads and all that stuff.
My hair is like doing all kinds of weird stuff today.
So you want to flash your stash?
Well, you have it.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Thank you. And I forgot to grab the little card she sent me. Selma's friend Donna, well, she's all our friend, but she's particularly Selma's friend, sent us some packages.
Selma said she wanted to send us a little something.
It was a cheer up package for Sue, and then she was like, I wanted to send you something too. So, did you show yours yet?
No.
Okay, go ahead. So, there was candy. It's gone.
Yeah, it was in a little jar. Did you have a little jar?
Yeah, I had the little jar.
Yeah, mine's gone too.
My daughter ate most of those.
No, 10 minutes gone.
I don't tend to like more sour flavors, and to me they tasted a little bit sour. So my
They were
daughter
just
was
a
like,
little bit.
"Can I have one, Mom?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can have some." And she ate the jar. So I had a few. And then the chocolates, my ex-husband, who loves hazelnut, happened to be walking by at just the right time because I met Selma at her office in the lobby of her office to get the package from her. And you're noisy.
I know, but I forgot something.
Oy. And my ex-husband happened to be walking by. He works in the same building as Sue and Selma. Just as I was taking stuff out of the package, so he wandered over to see what I was doing because I'm not normally in his building. And I said, "Wait, you like hazelnut chocolate? Here, have one of these." So I shared with him, and Selma thought that was pretty funny because I didn't introduce him to her. I just chatted with him for a minute and then he left.
Which is what he would rather.
Yes, because he's uncomfortable around strangers. So
I see him almost every
Selma
day.
goes, "So that was your ex, right?" I was like, "Yes."
I see him almost every day, but I don't stop and say hi because it'll just weird him out.
Yeah, it would. He would stop going to work if you started doing that.
Literally every single day, I see him either with a coffee or a cigarette.
Or both.
Yes.
Both
go
is
ahead.
usually pretty popular.
Go ahead.
So there was, well, that's separate.
Yeah.
So there was candy, and there was a beautiful little card, and then there was this. No,
Do you
doesn't
think
know
she
me
know
at
us?
all because they're all variations of teal. So
What
this
is
one
that?
is rosy green wool It's Cheeky Merino Joy in the Garden Pond colorway. This one is British.
Never heard of them.
Hey, it says made in England, but it's rosy green wool, which is in Munich. I'm confused. Maybe the yarn is from England. I don't know.
Maybe.
And it's dyed in Germany. I don't know. But anyway,
Dan is from
look
Germany.
at this. Look at that. It's so pretty.
We don't buy yarn, we still acquire it.
And then there was this gorgeous gradient.
Is it the same company as me? No.
Look at that.
Do you think she knows her?
And this is Hollyberry Designs Fingering 100% Superwash Merino in the Flight colorway. It's so pretty. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. This might have to become a hat. It can't be socks because there's no nylon.
Mm-hmm. Something nice and squishy
it's so
for you.
Pretty. Look at that.
It's a really nice gradient.
And then, this is what made me cry a little bit. This is hand spun.
That's your second hand spun ever?
That's my first.
You got the red stuff from someone who sent us stuff?
Oh, well, yeah.
Gifted hand spun.
But she sells it in her shop.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This one doesn't. At least I don't think she does.
No.
This gorgeousness. At first I thought it was Dana's hand spun. But then I read the card. This is Deb's hand spun from Fondant Fibers.
You have her heart and soul in a skein.
She had a de-stash of her hand spun a little while back, and Dana had bought 3 skeins. And this was the one she had left. It smells so good. Smell it. And Selma and I were sitting there sniffing the yarn.
Oh my god!
I know, right? Selma and I were sniffing the yarn in the lobby, and Jeff was like, "You're sitting there smelling yarn."
Well, that's what knitters do.
And I was like, "Yes, and it's totally normal, so move along, sir." Look at these colors.
They're so you.
And that's pretty much true to color. And they're amazing. Sorry, I didn't mean to give you guys a finger there. Well, I just noticed that I was using my middle finger to move it around, so it was sticking out. Sorry. I do love you guys. I was not meaning to be offensive.
This time.
This time.
Oops, sorry.
So, yeah. Just sniff it for a while.
I know.
Oh, so that's what I got from Dana, and it was lovely and amazing and wonderful, and I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I did cry a little bit.
I'm sure you did.
I loved it.
The packages arrived when we both kind of needed it. Because I'm going through insurance hell right now. And I basically said to my husband, you need to take over because I am going to go postal on them pretty soon.
So what'd you get?
What I get from her? Do you have any other stash?
Oh, well, yes. Yes. I have a stitch marker. This is from Randomly Knits, who is somebody that we met through VKNing. And she made me a baby Groot.
I think this is a cookie.
Let me see. That's a macaron.
Macaron. Okay.
Yeah. But mine's
It's
a baby
like a little
Groot.
cookie. And that's going to be the podcast name, right? Yes.
I don't know.
Yes. Her shop is called Just Because Creative.
Oh, okay.
And her and Carrie are starting a podcast.
There you go.
That's why they gave those out. So.
But yeah, Selma was like, it's from some comic book thing. I don't know. And I'm like, is it Groot? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, Guardians of the Galaxy? She says, yes, that's it. I said, it's a baby Groot. But I knew what it was before she said that.
I had just about enough of Baby Groot by the time that movie was over.
I haven't seen it yet, so shush.
Yeah. So
I don't think I will ever get enough of Baby Groot.
Oh.
I love Baby Groot.
So I got my gift from Selma, and she had bought a bunch of cards when she was at EYF. And that's my card. And it's cute. Wool Sheet by Joe Grundy. And then she bought me a pair of leather gloves, and she wears leather gloves under her fingerless mitts. They will have to be stretched because they were very tight, but look at that color.
That's how leather gloves work.
Yep. Look at the color. Isn't it beautiful? And the reason I was off camera was because she brought me some chocolates, and they're Perugia. So, and they're all individually wrapped, which is really nice.
Perugina.
Perugina. So I don't know. I was reading that word down there.
Assorted chocolates in milk, dark, and ultra dark. They're Italian chocolates from Nestle, but they're made in Milano.
So my package...
I love reading Italian. It's so much fun.
My package from Dana, like, literally made me squeal. Luckily, the door was closed in Selma's office. She sent me some hazelnuts. Is that not my color? I've never tried hazelnuts. Not one. No. 2. 800 yards of, like, awesomeness.
Can I touch that?
Yes,
I've been wanting to grab
90 superwash merino nylon. And she also sent me a gradient, and I almost died when I saw it. Not the same yarn as Lynne. It's called La Fée Fille, which is French. And the color, it's green. I don't know.
It's the yarn fairy, basically.
Yeah.
What it translates to.
Look at this. Is that not gorgeous?
No, she doesn't know us at all.
And she also sent me this little button to put on something.
Oh, yes, I have one of those too. I just don't know where I put it.
So it's a little button.
I thought it was in here.
It's so cute.
It apparently escaped. It's probably
that
on
was
my
from her.
computer.
And then I received my bag that I ordered from Kate. She showed a bunch of bags on Instagram, and I'm like, you need to put that aside for me, please. And so it's the same style as bag as before, with the button.
Oh, I love that fabric.
I know. It's kind of like a
It's a
canvas, but it's
sort
like a
of
linen.
canvas.
So you've got the sheets and, well, green inside. And she asked if I wanted green or black, because she had 2 and I chose the black. But it's a nice, like a thick fiber.
It's a little more subtle than the green would have been.
Yeah, and then there was some tea in there. Are these the ones I wanted to give to you? So
this
this is
mint in them?
Hawthorne Cottage Crafts is her shop. Go check her out because nobody else makes bags like these. Like this shape of bag, and I mean it stands up very easily. You can fold the sides
I use
over.
mine as a yarn bowl.
Well, basically yarn bucket. And then she had some tea, sweet rhubarb, and then
And it's Taylor's.
blend of broth. It doesn't even. I don't know, but I'm not very experimenting on tea, so I
Blend
tend
of both,
to
dear.
both. Sorry.
Original Tetley and green tea. So yes, that's likely you meant that for me because you don't drink green tea.
No, Sean does, but he doesn't like bagged stuff. So I like rhubarb, but I don't think I would like it in tea. So thank you, but she will enjoy them and tell you how she liked them.
Thank you. Especially the rhubarb. I've picked so much rhubarb out of my mom's patch this year. It's been insane.
I forgot to show this. It's a linen towel that Selma brought back, and she wanted to buy me a linen towel, but then when she saw this, my husband, beer, they're beer steins. So I don't think I'm going to actually use it. I told him he can hang it up.
No, that's got to be decorative.
Well, that's what I said. I said, you can hang it up on your wall downstairs if you want, because...
What you should do is get a dowel. Oh, actually, look
It
at
has
that.
that, yeah.
But it only has the one.
Yeah, but he could...
So if you get a dowel and
I can sew another one on like this.
Or, yeah, you could do that. And then
he
can hang it
Yeah. It's not...
above his keizer or something.
Yeah. So that one's for him. And last but not least, I had entered the Yarn of the Month Club with Cozy Knitter, which I've now taken myself out of for reasons. But I did get my first shipment. It's the Neapolitan colorway.
That's almost identical to the Jinx yarn I gave Selma. Was it Selma that got? Yeah, Selma got that one. From Crystal.
Isn't that gorgeous? So I now have 3 sets of her.
And of course, the extra is chocolate, because why wouldn't it be?
Exactly. I'm not a pink person, but that is my pink. I think that's all the stuff. Yep. That's it.
Are you sure?
Oh no, it's not. Sorry.
See?
I got patterns.
There's
from
always more.
Sean laughed at me because we were in the truck coming back, and I said something. I'm like, it's my birthday month. I can buy anything I want. He's like, what is it with women? The guys and I were talking, and they can have birthday months, and we have a birthday hour.
It's not true.
No. So I got some patterns gifted to me, and who's this one from? Lalo. So So this one is from Kate, and it's Lay Low by Shannon Cook. I'm addicted to Shannon Cook.
This one has more pictures.
Sorry. Shannon Cook.
Really, camera?
Alicia Plummer.
It's because our faces are visible.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then Sarah bought me this one. Onward.
I like that one.
I really like that, and I have yarn to make it.
Also by Shannon Cook.
Yes, I kind of like her. And then Holly bought me Shaylin. Pretty sure it was Holly. Yeah. Which I think is gorgeous.
There's a bigger picture of it. Not without showing off the pattern.
No. My friend Kathy bought me Interrupting Cow Socks. I don't get it. This is by Laura Linneman.
That's awesome!
Okay, so you get it.
Yes!
Okay, I don't get it because is it geeky?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Not geeky in the way you're thinking, but yeah, you would know. Interrupting Cow says moo.
I was just like, what? And then Brandy bought me
I'll let you guys tell her where it's from.
Brownie's sock recipe, which I think is really cute.
Of course Laura would name it better than that.
I don't get it. And I'm like, but I guess if it's kind of geeky in a way, Kathy would get it.
Yes.
So those are my patterns that I was gifted. Thank you very much.
Moo.
And now that's it.
Now you can have your pile out.
Thanks.
Sorry, I'm still giggling over the cow. Chocolate? No thanks.
So now we have coupons.
Somewhere.
Emerald,
we can't see them. There's too much stack.
Emerald Fibers has given us a coupon of 15% off until the end of June, which is Tangled 15.
Woolridge Designs has 15% off until August 31st, and the code is the word 2 Tangled and the numbers 15.
Annie Pearl has given us 15% off till the end of the year, and it's the word Tangled 15.
Geektastic Fibers has given us 15% off until the end of the calendar year, so the code is the number 2 Tangled.
Frog Peak Creations has given us 10% off until the end of the year, and the code is 2T2017.
Bags by Awesome Granny is a 10% ongoing coupon code, 10% off ongoing coupon code. And so there's no expiry date, and the code is 2TS10.
And last but not least, 6 Munchkin Stitching, 10% off ongoing coupon code, and it's spelled out 2Tangled10.
Yeah, and you can find them anytime in the coupon code thread. If you miss it or we don't have time to write it down, because I'm not doing captions today.
No, there's a locked thread at the top in our group, and they're all in there.
Yep.
If you have a coupon code you want to give us, let one of us know. We'll plop it in there. And
you said plop.
So you won't be here next weekend.
I will not be here next weekend. I will be running around like a crazy person taking pictures that away.
I am unfortunately not going to the wedding, and it is due to the fact that it falls on Father's Day and my son's 19th birthday. One or the other, but no. So
I'm going to be zooming home on Sunday to spend Father's Day with my dad, so.
You're leaving Sunday morning?
Yeah.
To come home? Okay.
Yeah, I have to drop Rob off at the airport and then zip home.
Yeah. So
which is 4.5 hours.
I don't know if there'll be a podcast. If Selma wants to come, maybe, but I don't.
If we cross our fingers and hope really, 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 really hard, but not that hard because nobody wants to smell that. Maybe Selma will record today. Come on, Selma! She was going to record last weekend, but she had stuff going on last weekend. So, if we all, think really, really hard.
Line up the stars.
Yep.
The planets.
Maybe there will be a Selma podcast today.
Mm-hmm. Well, I did tell her, when she did say she was going to record last, she's like, but the technology, I'm like, we'll just Skype and I'll tell you what to do. Because it'll just be easier.
Yeah. So we had some conversations this week.
Oh, good. That's it.
No pressure.
None at all. You can go now. Oh god, she's gonna do the staring thing.